All right. So I was, honestly, I was done for the day. I've been just absolutely jamming all day long. It's been a beautiful, productive day, but I had this funny conversation with Carla. So for those of you who don't know Carla, that is my wife. And we got to chatting. Like, here's the thing, like when I do videos, uh, I don't normally have like a video schedule for the week. I have conversations with people because I talk to people throughout the day, most of the days, and most of those are they trigger thoughts and they cause me to go, oh, I'm going to go do a video on that. So I literally just was having a chat with Carla. We're talking about the conversation started about like being on a Zoom. And look, it's 2024. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of go off for a second. Like, you don't have to do like the quality of video. Like, I'm shooting on a very expensive camera with a light, some colors added in there, and you don't have to do this game. But like, if you're doing any video, whether you're doing, if you're doing the video, you got to look good, right? You don't want to look like crap. You don't want your background, your sound to look like crap. And I'm not saying that my videos are an absolute perfection. I mean, honestly, pretty much when I'm doing a live, I can't do a retake. But if I'm doing a blog post or something like that, I'm doing a short, I'm doing a reel, those are typically done. I could say 9,990 times out of 1,000, I never do a second take. So I like the verbal imperfections, the pauses, the things that might happen with my lips. I don't know. But like, I think about, and I want you, if you're putting, like, here's the deal. Again, it's 2024. You guys have these amazing things. Like, you can do incredibly powerful video with a mobile device. Okay. I'm not shooting on a mobile device. I'm doing it on a DSLR. Now, if I was Mr. Pro back, I had to have everything perfect. I would have gotten rid of the whatever I just flubbed over on my lips. But here's the thing. Okay, so now I got people following me from different types of businesses. Okay, mostly networkers, direct sellers, whatever. And you guys are on Zooms all the time. Okay, let me give you a couple rules for Zoom. All right, get dressed. Like, don't go onto a Zoom with your robe on. If you're, and make sure you know whether your camera is on or your camera is off. I mean, I've been the unfortunate receiver of full frontal nudity in the middle of a Zoom with like 300 people, with a person that needed to go to the gym badly, and you know didn't know that their camera was on. So that was kind of an unfortunate incident. It was an embarrassing incident for that individual. So wear some clothes. That'd probably be good. One thing for sure, if you're a student on a Zoom and you are like there to learn, you're there to get educated, you're there for intel, for information, then be in an upright position, laying on the couch like eating Cheetos with crumbs all over your chest and cookies and sideways. It's not an attractive look. Okay. And this, look, you can understand. In fact, I'll leave you guys with something tonight. Like, if you want to up your video game, I don't even know what the website is. Let me put my glasses on real quick. I have no idea. Hang on a second. Fortunately, I have a cheat sheet next to me, so I'm going to tell you. Let me just look at it. Okay. All right. I got it. Okay, cool. I think, wait. All right, good. Okay. So I'll get to that in a minute. So, like, you're getting on a Zoom as a guest. Okay. Use a little bit of etiquette, right? Find the mute button. If you're not talking, have the mute button on. If you are, as a speaker, as a presenter, as a trainer, and I'm training a group of people, I want to see you. Okay, so I don't know, like, again, I'm not going to make any assumptions here, but if I'm doing a webinar, or excuse me, a Zoom meeting, that means I can see everybody. If I'm doing a Zoom webinar, typically it's only the host and the participants that can be seen. And so I don't get to get that audience feedback. I don't get to see faces. But like, when you're on a Zoom meeting and you're a participant, you're watching. Can you imagine if the teacher, the educator, had their camera off? Like, what if I had my camera off and I was just talking to you and it was just audio? That's the power of video. We want to see you. So get in an upright position, have some decent framing. Like, pretty much everything you see behind me is purposefully framed. Okay. Like, I bought this, wait, which shoulder is it? This one? I bought that image specifically to hang there because I know it's going to show up on camera. Those two guitars, which I do play, are hanging there for a reason. I've got my lava lamp back there. It's not on. I've got a copy of my book, Fearless Networking. It's all blurred out. Most people can't read that unless they knew that was the book, Fearless Networking. It's all planned out. And I got a couple files sitting here, which are in here. I might normally take these or move them, but you probably didn't even know they were files because of the type of shot that I'm doing, unless I pointed it out to you. So have a decent frame, like, okay, video composition 101. Put yourself somewhere in the upper third. My eyes are on the upper third. I'm not going to actually, let me just tell you real quick, toddfalcone.com/pro video. Okay. It's free. There's nothing to buy. It's literally a video training series that will help you to shoot pro level video. And when I say on a budget on the website, I mean, it's pretty much, you already have what you need. You don't even need an external mic. Okay. You don't even need to have lights. You don't need to have a ring light. You just need to be in a place that's well lit. I mean, I see these people that are like, okay, so right over here, over this shoulder, there is a window, but right now with the window, well, first of all, it's nighttime. The window is, closed, and the curtain is closed, because if there was light shining in, especially like, okay, here's the camera. Let's say this is the camera facing me, and there's a light with sunshine blaring in, that totally blows the entire look of the video that you're on. So it's nice to be lit up. Sound is good. And let me also, like, okay, sometimes my hands are shaky because I had too much caffeine. I don't know. And you're sitting here and you're taking a video and you're like, you're making me sick. Not you're making me sick. You're making me nauseous. I mean, I don't mean you are making me nauseous. The movement of the video is making me nauseous as you're doing it. So, one of these things, for example, I mean, you can go to wherever and you can get like a little tripod, and it's, oh, wait, I can stick the tripod. I can wrap the tripod around whatever I want to wrap it around. I can sit it on my desk. If I'm using, most of you probably will use whatever your mobile device is, and it's now stable. Okay. Let me also give you another one. This is something we're talking about. Like, I just told her, like, earlier, like when we were chatting, that, most people, like, it's so crazy. I've had many testimonials sent to me for different trainings that I've sold over the last 18 years, whether it's Insider Secrets, Little Black Book, Leadership Evolution, Fearless Networking. And, we're always seeking testimonials from people. Many of them come in unsolicited, but we'll ask, like, hey, if you love the book, we'd love to hear from you. And sometimes people send in written testimonials. Here's the thing. Like, I'm going to talk to you networkers for a second. Okay. Social validation is king and queen. Okay. It is. And they're equal, king and queen in this example. So if you had a great result on a product, or you had a great result in your business, and your leader is saying, hey, can you do a testimonial for me? You need to learn how to give a good testimonial. You need to know that, okay, I want to make sure I don't have some giant shadow in the background, or some tree sticking out of the back of my head, or, people running back and forth in the background that's distracting, or, I'm not in a windy area where it's like, you're hearing all the wind, or they asked you to give you the testimonial in what we call landscape format, horizontal format, or they asked you to do it in vertical format. This is vertical. For everybody who doesn't know, this is vertical. This is horizontal. There's a difference, and there's a role that each of those plays in video production. Certain things on social media, like Instagram, is really kind of primarily a vertical format. But I'm not going to get into all that. If you guys, you can feel free. If you want to level up your video game, and I did. Look, when I came on here, I was just going to rant. Okay, but then as soon as I sat down, I was like, oh, I've got this free training on helping people to produce better video. So I'm definitely going to talk about that. If you want to level up your game, toddfalcone.com/pro video. Okay. So that's the last time I'll probably say it until the end. So, and then like little things like, again, so the Zoom thing, all right. And where's your camera? Is your camera down here and you got 3 chins and it's staring up your chin? And I got giant nostrils. Okay. I have huge nostrils. So, like, I mean, they're big. I was born with them. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. And so if I had, as a 57-year-old dude, I got hairs in my nostrils, and, I got to take care of that stuff. I got to make sure I don't have that, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you don't have the camera staring up into your nostrils or staring up into your chins. And it doesn't need to be up on the ceiling either. I see these people that do these selfies. They're like, I'm like, dude, I mean, now you're staring at the top of the head. I mean, a good position for a camera. Okay. Like right now, the camera that I'm looking at and talking to you in is literally like right here. Like this is the level that it's at. The lens is right here. So it's not too low. It's not too high. You can kind of see where I'm framed in this thing, and these things are beautiful because they can make your camera and your shaky hand stable. If going back real quick to network marketers, since many of you guys are network marketers, if you're given a testimonial for your team, and your sponsor, your leader saying, hey man, you've had such great results, we do a video testimony? Oh yeah, sure, I'll be happy to. First of all, know how to give the testimonial. I'm not going to train on that right now because I just want to focus on video. Okay. But the thing is, like, here's the thing. Okay. Find yourself in a good location. Make sure the background's nice. Make sure you're dressed nicely. Make sure you're, properly framed, that your head isn't, sticking out of the top, or you're down here clawing at the bottom of this. I got to hold on. I got to bring myself back up. Right. So that's part of it. But then here's the other thing. This just drives me bonkers, because then guys like me that are like requesting a testimonial, or you're sending a testimonial, we can't even use it, because here's what happens. Okay. And don't do a testimonial where you're holding on to the phone. That's not going to work out very well for you. So get it in a tripod. And here's the thing. Ready? This is what even as I started this live, this is exactly what I did. I made sure I was in position. That's a little bit different. The button I'm pushing is with the mouse to start this live stream. But if I was doing it, and I'll actually do it here, check it out. Okay. So I'm getting ready to do a video in horizontal landscape mode, right? And let's say I'm going to just keep it here so you guys can see where we're at. Okay. And the camera would not be here. The camera would be more realistically out here. Okay. So let's say the camera's out here. I need to lean forward and I need to push the button. So I have to push the button, right, to start the recording. Well, here's what so many people do. They push the button. Hi, my name is Todd Falcone. And it's like the video is catching the motion back. And then you're like, oh, and I love this company so much. And then you're leaning forward. So leave a little bit of padding on both the front and the back. It's not hard. Okay. So what I would do is okay, let me just imagine this is right here where you guys are. That's the button. I would push the button. I would then get back. I would get settled. Maybe even smile a little bit and say, hi, my name is Todd Falcone. I'm so blah, 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 blah. You wouldn't say that, but and then my testimonial is now over. Couple seconds. Then I can press stop. Okay. Because I was telling Carla, I was like, man, I've had hundreds and hundreds of video testimonials sent to me I've been producing training programs for network marketers for 18 years, and I have them all in a file. And I'm not going to show them to you because honestly, a great majority of them are horrid. They're unusable. And it's one of the reasons and I was telling her this, even after giving very specific instructions. Okay, you're going to give a testimonial. Great. That's awesome. We're excited. I'm so happy you've had great results on the product or the training program that you purchased. Here's how you do it. And I mean, these are very crystal clear instructions, like a third grader could understand them. And then 90% of the time, they come back and they're unusable. And I get it. I understand the nervousness of being on camera, okay, or being in front of an audience. I mean, this, like what I'm doing right now, like this is like the ultimate pressure, right? Because this is live streaming across multiple platforms. This isn't a recorded video that I can shoot, start retake. It's not. This is live, and so if you're going to do like here's the thing. Again, you're going to very likely do video. You want to have the basic fundamentals down. You want to produce at least the very least decent quality video, sound, lighting, framing, positioning, so in the camera properly. Eye contact. This is another thing. Oh my gosh, this like, I won't mention. I will just tell you, I see pro level networkers that just, and it's not their fault. It's just where our eyes are drawn. Okay. Like right now, this is not the little camera on the top of my computer that I'm looking at. I'm staring directly into a camera lens, and I understand the uncomfortable nature of looking into a camera lens. I used to speak all the time on conference calls and felt very comfortable. And then I remember doing an infomercial in like 1995, and I had to stare into a camera. And I mean, it was a big one of those big, giant, like movie style, huge ones. I don't even know how big they are anymore, but the stuff that they use in movies with the teleprompter. and I saw a red light go on, and I was like, "Hi, my name is Todd Falcone." I mean, I was just, first time on camera. I was like, it took me a little while to loosen up a little bit. So that's cool. Understand that if you're going to get comfortable, it's going to take a little while for you to get comfortable. But the other thing is, if you never do video, you're never going to get comfortable. And I mean, if you went to my YouTube channel, which you should go to my YouTube channel and go all the way back to the oldest video and start coming through. Look at the progression of my videos over the years. Okay. Like I remember when I had my Scottsdale or my office in Seattle, it was like a trash pit behind me. Didn't think about it. So look, I've learned through the years how to produce better video. I've never taken a video course. Fortunately, I got good friends like Joe Kennemore and other people that, are like, hey, let me give you some advice. Or here's a better way to shoot. And I can, pass the love forward, because it's like, we live in a video driven world. Like think about it. You're scrolling through whatever you're scrolling through, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like video dominates. It's most of what we see, videos and images. And if you're going to do video, make sure your videos look good. Okay. And then I'm not going to get into content. That's another thing. Okay. That's a totally different subject. We can get into content maybe if I decide to do another one on the subject of video. But let me finish my point, okay, on this one thing. When you're on a Zoom or you're doing a selfie video, which is very standard, right? Standard selfie video. Hey man, or wait, okay. Vertical standard selfie video, horizontal standard selfie video on one of these, okay? On one of these, okay? When you are, here's the thing, the camera is right here at the top. Or if you're on the back of the camera, it's right here at the top. What people do, and I see pros do it all the time, not pro video people, but pro networkers that just still get sucked into the natural place our eyes get drawn, which is our own image. So instead, I'll give you an example. This again is, I'm looking at a camera lens. There is no image of me down. It's over here on a big screen. Okay. So what happens is I should be looking here, but now I'm down here going, hey guys, it's great to be here. My name is Todd Falcone. I'm going to talk to you today about how to shoot pro level video. And in this case, I'm going to talk about how to not give you eye contact. So there's a total disconnection in the conversation that I'm having with you today, because there's no way that you feel connected to me right now, because I'm not even looking at you. I'm looking at the image reflection of me, either on my laptop computer, if I was shooting off my laptop, but I should instead be doing this. So you have to force your eyes. This is something you have to train yourself to do. I mean, I see it literally every single solitary day where people are doing, selfie lives, and they're looking down at themselves, which is cool. They look great. They look pretty and all. And our eyes are naturally drawn to the movement that we see down below. But you've got to force yourself, in the case of a laptop, to look at that tiny little camera, or the tiny little camera that's here, not the image of yourself. You're going to have a way better connection to your audience. And if you're producing video, then my guess is you probably want to connect to your audience. So my rant, if you want to call it that, is over. Again, if you want to shoot better video, just go to the site. It's a totally free download. I think it's like a 6 video series that I put together. Guaranteed it'll help you put together better quality video, and you don't even have to pay a dime for it. It's Todd Falcone. By the way, that's TODDFALCONE.com/pro video. That's it. I'm out. I'm going to go have dinner with my lady. You guys have a good one, and I'm going to figure out where the button is here, and I'll end this stream. We'll see ya.